Hello, I'm Peter Bergman. This is my official YouTube channel. I'll be updating you with the latest news, so please subscribe to my channel.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful, albeit chaotic day in the soap universe, and we are diving straight into the deep end of the latest Genoa City drama. Grab your coffee, buckle up, and let's get into it. Okay, I literally cannot believe this. Can we please process this mess together? Because I am running on 0 sleep, 3 energy drinks, and pure, unadulterated psychic damage. It is 3 a.m. The script is officially in the trash, and I am just hitting record because this grueling decade-long journey with these characters has finally pushed me over the edge. Might delete this later, but I seriously can't stay silent about this anymore. Please tell me I'm not the only one losing my mind over this. Look, we have legends carrying this entire franchise on their backs, and then we have people single-handedly testing my sanity on a daily basis. And I am going to call every single one of them out right now. Basically, I am having a total existential collapse over what is happening, and I need to dump this unedited trauma onto the digital hive mind because you are the only people who understand this specific frequency of madness. Unbelievable, guys. What's going on here? The absolute disrespect, the sheer audacity of the current storyline landscape is staggering. Listen, we need to talk about Phyllis Summers. Basically, Phyllis was just brutally forced out of Newman Enterprises. Not a gentle exit, not a golden parachute, but a forced, humiliating eviction from the corporate throne. And honestly, what does she do? She goes crawling to society to try and mend fences with Daniel. Suddenly, we are subjected to the most painful, cringe-inducing rejection in modern television history. Daniel is standing there, absolutely devoid of empathy, looking at his mother like she is something he scraped off his shoe. He literally tells her she hasn't learned a single thing and accuses her of playing the victim again. And honestly, is he wrong? Wait, why are we like this? Why do we keep watching Phyllis cycle through the exact same self-destructive loops? She is spiraling. She is hurting, and she is desperately craving validation, but Daniel is just a brick wall of resentment. The visual of Phyllis walking away, completely shattered while Noah and Sharon watch from the sidelines, is a raw frame that packs a lethal crunch. Suddenly, Sharon Newman enters the chat, and this is a total game changer. Look, Sharon and Phyllis have a history that is messier than a spilled latte on a white carpet, but Sharon actually tracks her down at Crimson Lights. Sharon, acting as the ultimate voice of reason, basically tells Phyllis not to give up. She validates her. Sharon points out that Phyllis needs control after that whole disaster at the clinic. She realizes that treating Phyllis like an outcast is just going to push her further into the dark side. Honestly, Sharon pushing Phyllis to fight back is the catalyst for the absolute madness that is about to unfold. It's a major flex for Sharon's character growth, but she has no idea what kind of monster she is reawakening. Basically, she just handed a lit match to a woman standing in a room full of gasoline, and I am absolutely here for the explosion. Meanwhile, let's pivot to the Newman Ranch, where Victor Newman is operating a literal psychological black site. Listen to me, Victor has completely lost the plot. He is holding this guy Matt captive. Yes, Matt. Victor is basically running a twisted social experiment on him. He forces Matt to take a shower, gives him fresh clothes, and tells Nick that he is putting Matt through a rigorous test of sincerity. I am screaming. What does that even mean, Victor? If Matt passes, they use him. If he fails, Victor promises to crush him like a bug. Honestly, the sheer God complex on display here is staggering. Matt comes out of the shower feeling like a whole new man, but he is absolutely terrified of his fate. And Nick is just standing there complaining about Victor giving Chancellor to Lily Winters and how it's going to hurt Nikki. Whoa, I've really gone off chasing butterflies into another dimension. Bringing the signal back, let's stick to the script. The point is, Matt is trapped, desperate, and sitting right in the belly of the beast, waiting for Victor to decide if he lives or dies socially and literally. Look, this brings us to the absolute core of my breakdown today. The ultimate lore-shattering climax that we have all been waiting for. Phyllis approaches and allies with Matt to get revenge on Victor. I repeat, Phyllis and Matt are teaming up to take down the mustache. I literally had to pause the screen and walk around my room for 20 minutes when I realized the implications of this. Basically, Phyllis is entirely stripped of her power, rejected by her son, and fueled by Sharon's misguided pep talk. She needs a weapon. She needs an inside man. And suddenly she discovers Matt, the very guy Victor is currently torturing with his mind games. This is everything I have ever wanted. Honestly, the psychology of this alliance is a low-key obsession of mine right now. Phyllis is a master manipulator when she is backed into a corner, and Matt is a desperate captive looking for any lifeline to survive Victor's test. Listen, Phyllis approaching Matt is a stroke of evil genius. She knows exactly how to tap into someone's fear and turn it into rage. Matt wants his freedom. Phyllis wants Victor's head on a silver platter for forcing her out of Newman Enterprises. They are a match made in soap opera hell. Basically, Phyllis is going to coach Matt on exactly how to pass Victor's sincerity test. She will use Matt as her Trojan horse to infiltrate Victor's inner circle, and Victor won't suspect a thing because he is too busy smelling his own greatness. Look, Victor thinks he is the smartest guy in the room. He always does. He thinks he has Matt completely under his thumb. But Victor is arrogant, and his arrogance is his fatal flaw. He is so distracted by handing Chancellor over to Lily and dealing with Nick's relentless whining about Nikki that he has a massive blind spot. Suddenly, Phyllis is operating in that exact blind spot. I can already see the scenes playing out. Secret meetings in dark corners of Genoa City, burner phones, whispered contingencies in the shadows of the Newman Ranch. Phyllis is going to pull every single string, and Matt is going to play the reformed, sincere pawn for Victor, all while secretly planting the metaphorical explosives that will blow Victor's empire sky high. This is not a drill, people. The takedown of the century is upon us. Wait, why are we like this? Why do I care so much about this fictional corporate espionage? Because it is everything. This is the Phyllis we have been begging for. Not the crying victim-playing Phyllis that Daniel was berating at society. No, this is the tactical, venomous, scorched earth Phyllis who will burn the whole city down just to keep her hands warm. Partnering with Matt is a major flex. It completely bypasses the usual Newman family dynamics. It introduces a wild card that Victor cannot predict because he doesn't even view Matt as a threat. He views him as a toy. Honestly, the sheer disrespect Victor is showing Matt is going to be his absolute undoing, and I will be laughing maniacally when it happens. But wait, is Matt actually smart enough to pull this off? Honestly, I don't even know if Matt has the brain cells to outwit Victor Newman, even with Phyllis holding his hand. Like, what if Matt cracks? What if Victor's psychological warfare is too much for him to handle? Actually, no, I take it back. Phyllis won't let him crack. She has nothing left to lose. And when a character like Phyllis hits rock bottom, they become mathematically invincible. Basically, she is going to inject her own survival instincts straight into Matt's veins. She will terrify Matt more than Victor ever could, ensuring his absolute loyalty to their revenge pact. Listen, picture the exact moment Phyllis slides into Matt's orbit. Maybe she intercepts him when Victor's notoriously incompetent goons look the other way, or maybe she hacks into the ranch's security grid like the digital menace she is. However it happens, the dialogue is going to be lethal. She's going to look at this terrified guy in his fresh Victor-approved clothes and say, "You want to live? You listen to me." I am literally shaking at the thought of it. It's a total game changer for the show's pacing. For months, we've suffered through these slow-burn, tedious boardroom meetings about Chancellor and Newman, and suddenly we are getting a high-stakes, hostage-turned double-agent thriller. Basically, this is the kind of raw, unhinged storytelling that keeps us chained to this franchise. The legacy of Victor Newman's invincibility is finally being challenged by the one woman who refuses to stay dead. Phyllis and Matt's revenge pact is the chaotic feedback loop of transcendent hype we desperately needed to wake this show up. I am dumping this onto the timeline because I need you all to witness this existential collapse with me. The board is set, the pieces are moving, and Genoa City is about to get completely leveled by the hurricane that is Phyllis Summers. Let me know in the comments if you are spiraling as hard as I am, because honestly, I might need professional help after this storyline drops.
Thank you for watching my video. I will be updating regularly with the latest news, so please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me.